fine. I'm fine.
I hope all is well.
Once you are here,
And the family.
to God be the glory. I have a big family anyway.
That's interesting.
Yeah, all doing well.
Today we are coming to discuss on global age training. I want you to explain to the public how global age training is all about. They want to know if someone wanted to come to the training program, how do you do it?
Yes, once again, here is Global Media Center, Paralegals Center. One of our departments is working on a training program. We did a lot of research work and we're trying to size and quantify issues, that is global ADR cases across the country. And to our surprise, we realized that about 1/3 of cases that go to court and police station could be handled by ADR setup within the civil justice system. Then we also took a research to be looking for, are there enough practitioners? We identified all the training schools, the number of graduates coming out, and we realized a very big gap. So if Ghana actually needs peace, then we need to close up this gap. Currently, as I speak to you, the judicial system is crying that there are so much cases saddling our court system, which is a truth. Ghana Police Service is crying so much that a lot of cases are trooping into police stations, both civil and criminal, saddling their work, logistics and calling for expansions, and more policemen have been trained. The problem is still not solved. The judicial service report is quite clear, saying that ADR is such a very, very relevant mechanism to be able to help reduce numerous cases trooping into Ghanaian court system. However, what are the training institutions? Who is regulating them? Which government agencies is putting what in place? If you look at the ADR Act itself, there must be a national board put in place by the government to enact regulations, to try to control and promote ADR. Unfortunately, that board has not been set up at the moment. I know government is working towards that. The national coordinator speaks about it some months back. But in my view, I think it's being too slow. And individuals have been left into their own hands. And it's becoming very difficult. Luckily, Ghana Judicial Service have started something since 2015 called Court-Connected Mediation, which has absorbed almost more than 700 practitioners, retrained them and posted them across over 131 courts, lower courts across the country. It's a brilliant and fantastic idea. However, they are only supposed to use mediation. So what about cases that goes beyond the limitations of mediation? So, what I think Ghana actually needs, probably legal counsel and all the stakeholder agencies that are responsible for building our civil legal systems, should be looking at how do we come out with a national institution that could train, educate, provide skills requirements, license, and probably supports terms of office business infrastructure in order to maintain peace in Ghana and to reduce these cases. The ADR laws is talking about the court may refer cases for mediation. Judicial Service says all courts should refer cases to court-connected mediators. So my key question here is, what about the private practitioners? Purely private practitioners. There are enough gurus in this country who could be empowered, even if the government cannot set up the board actually promotes both private and public ADR practitioners, not necessarily mediators only. Because mediation is 1 out of 7 as far as the ADR Act is concerned. Yes, we salute mediation, but I do more facilitation. There are other groups who do more arbitration. We have been left behind, and we need to build our own business. What business? To make peace, to maintain peace in this country, we should not look at it as an individual business. The government of the day is interested in promoting peace. It's justice for all. Then we have to look at it. Upon that note, that I personally decided that at my level of education in ADR, there is a need for us to train more. Indeed, we have nearly 1,001 practitioners in this country. 720 something have been put into the judicial system. So who are the private practitioners? Few. On my research findings, research across about 4 municipal assemblies, there are about 31, 32 practitioners. Ghana is predominantly ADR is in Ashamai, Ashma, Keke, MA, and Tema. So even if the number of people I have captured across all these 4 metropolitans are less than 30, then how many private practitioners do we have? Very little. So we need number of trained personnels. If you look at the act will say any person, any person. We shouldn't be happy with any person. We must be acquired with skill, knowledge, understanding to be able to train more. Every day the government is training more policemen. Every day they are training more lawyers. Every day they are training more judges. What about ADR practitioners? Somebody is listening to me. It's a question all of us have to battle on. So global ADR has been set up purely to look at the private sector. Thank God for the past 6 months we've been able to train 31. But how many of them are practicing? As a key drawback. The initial capital, the initial licensing, if you look at even the cost of the associations, the most recognized national association setup, the entry requirement and the entry costs is depriving most of them from joining. Have you seen? So if you look at the gap, we have a gap about 1,700 or yes, about 1,700. No. It's about 17,000 cases gap, which ADI could have resolved. I alone resolved 250 cases in my small kingdom. So if we have about 100 well-natured, well-set-up office like mine, and everybody is even resolving even 1 case a day. So 360 cases multiplied by 100. Relatively peace in Ghana. Cases trooping into courts and police station will reduce, and there will be relatively peace in Ghana. But who is taking that mantle? Somebody is listening to me. It's a pity, and I have a passion to train. So I'm training. But people still don't know even what ADR is about. So currently, we will set up what we call the Executive Professional ADR program. A diploma, a graduate diploma, masters, and ADR in consulting and advocacy. This is what we are trying to do. The key issue here lies on ADR consulting and advocacy. If you look at all the training institutions, they train you with the principles, they equip you with the skill, they equip you with the knowledge. But ADR is a business on its own. None of them is focusing on setting up ADR business. So they looked at ADR as it's a peacemaking mechanism.
It's becoming interesting. Can you please use the language?
Yes. Thank you so much. Yeah. The training. Yeah, that's true. Way negotiation, the better arbitration, the better way. Over set it up. Now we are comfortable. And now baby, now they are. Now you kind of business, global ADR business, a global business now. Schools. But any business. A quarter of a research, who say, Sa community way, Omunya ADR center. One ben abefaso, who say, characteristics never have marketing, stakeholders here info, communication, strategy pay, and a mutual suit. May I then amount for people? May I then amount for better mentor? May I then amount for Bejimiate? May I then amount for Behuni meeting I get amount? Who go by in a community no on the war at the amount of content and Efaso and a meton party in answer. Obia himself when you're a practitioner. Within the short time, I'm running 40 hours. It is too small for me. After 40 hours, that is 5 days. It is a command day. Friday, no matter. I'm an ADR practitioner. Who knows you? They know you as Koku Mensa. And after 5 days, you say you are ADR practitioner. That's never the case in law. How do you change over, switch? So we are waiting for it to try it to have a trust. That is what we call ADR business. Yeah, Timbre Aquacosia could a certificate no day, Nam Job. One more way to top up promoting. Maybe the end to mark a sack. But so on one people say a business. Now all set it up, not in your marketing in one nature. Business and conforms what we say ADR. The whole Ghana, Ashaman is predominantly ADR. And so this is cool. Nebusan for say ADR impo Ayaboabe. Say I'm out 40 and I'm out 40. The question is, whose responsibility to market ADR well? Number one, it takes the government, judicial service, if indeed 7% ADR and Memoir a reduce more focus any pass 720 something no my final. So Memoir court no more. Name more marketing some bra and focusing individual private. No more done government action. Now on set up the national board. The national board will start to implement
It means if government comes in, it will help ADR.
You see, near Emunian say, and Branch as a government in the sector, which mean for semi work as a maker someone. Then a government be set up a body that's supposed to be neutral. If we say, seven, Ghana, our party A and party B, say president who are party A, no one now select here. Why not select? Or why select party B go for? Say party B is so bad because Musa go for party A for the selecting more. Me for myself, my home. Me babu kubu di egumus. How do you build trust? NTSS yet quasi neutral body. Senior judicial service yet independent. So say that detail. Then the members have board, you know. I'm a good granny. PBT have a politician. Also, let me go have a but the government now went in here. Wow, sharp. As I'm said, to make a was a maybe. To global aid area. You teach him your general courses and your specialized courses. Your specialized courses, you know, so be 18 years. I'm not the name. You specialize in general arbitration. Yes, answer labor mediation, specialized course only for labor. And yes, specialized in religious mediation. Ghana, there was 73% of Ghanaians are Christians. They are soft for doors. The kind number of our software Ghana have. Organization the Ghana had employers and also Ghana software. The Ghana software the move 50% for it is not ideal. As we do our mind. And until a mediator wants a religious mediation. You have a bomb ye a shame coming in a spiritual. You be a spirit in what you're mission. Now you find ATI process no your first solid program so as a 75% I was with you. I said my name I was with you. And we are Muslim one, but I never Quran and to Islamic religious mediation. We are Christian ya bra. Never Christo son. And to ATI and never Christo son mediation and 22. We are traditional manner bra. Never traditional ATI and 22. I am running the ball over. Into what I'm going to cry. It's a software pretty for Friday. And to my up our woman, one person is on there. I want to make a woman. You also for. And I'm saying you also for it. In I mean, so old. I mean, prepare you eating. No matter this, I'm no matter this, you get a time. No matter the other seven. So it's now a case is fantastic. So
how is global ADR training helps access to resolve issues?
You see, as of for I could training that. Now, me have friend, no money from one of the same family. You will be there for the Christian Council, there for the psycho, council, fine to see every those council thing, and yet you ma. And yet you make a case of one water. And yet, opening the year was some. Now the year not fixed, they were about so far, and also are there. They be the supermarket. By our Bible, could to have a vampire, far country, Capel Mitchell, oh, Ma, Kuno, and then on the make now when you know when you know any. A piece of food is mediation. Okay, can you put to buy to a map? As soon as you have from work on one accompanicho. As a winner, Yafumwa, and the Sokana accompanicho. Ade. Only have from work, Conacopanicho. Well, there was only half from and I want to have from more. Why the bachelor said, I want to have from one, I say, only an half. We have to mediate in Temjinani, Christopher Bible room. Temjinani is or near Rade, as yet, Mistress and Anamo. That bound use mediation. Your friend, Bakuma, the kind of master, or no, your evil, sir. But then put on the crown as a murder. And so be the area of a person for India, where you're one man, where evil. This is what is happening in Christianity. Maybe so spiritual. Obey for crab cancer. Yes, I'm going so spiritual. One way, maybe soup be a pint or one way, no. So yes, I'm going here or education. But mediation is different. Maybe you know better as a commander. And that's in the back of us. So this is from the side. Why you can't call for emotions in pain and shame. And from the that was real. And find them by my brother. I didn't mediation there, I'm not asking. It's use processes, spectrums, and the result because young fat Christian council can first of it. Apart from the sending and actually, yes, also commercial mediation. It's special commercial issues, claims. No be able to ma that was going to have themselves in agent of forcical debt collections. And there was family mediation. I heard a group of folks in answer on this in Kuala Yang Munima. Our resident, a Bushina, a Janiana, a Janum, a Nama, a Jama, Bushapeni, Limus and Sem, and also a specialization of the bachelor. The tenancy mediation. I and also a dime high any more as a 7 over The bachelor's of being now the basic paralegal a cracker. This Jara or ya, because a cracker. So there was the specialization. So these are the subject areas. Opa global ADR training program one. You use competency based training program. You have competency based here. And your university degree. You doctor, there you train knowledge and skill and a practical approach how to resolve an issue. And if any competency based, you on the job. Say you graduate now, also got to answer you are a master. It's not about paper. It's about knowledge. It's about your skill. It's about your vocation. It's about your different tasks. It's about your know-how, house on, and then your friend competency base. And Mama now say, can't be soon if I'm put it through you. Almost say, Arena about Abayim Brana about it. If you are to me, to schools me, Yatu. Now, you use modern approach to your friend technovate ADI practitioners. Technology innovation approach. There was school need you Google Play Store. There was school need you Google Classroom. There was school no and you online. Now the idea be twam kura e tata fe say there were mobile phone classes. Now mobile phone classes no. Ya chira side out na say for demo the video CS. Actually, mu a wani tia sani rubiti go dem. If we are that come one boom class in WhatsApp so. Yes, and their mom. It's a class. It will have the same minute we are a bunko live program for the role play. It's baby, I won't be as baby. Send me a back that not the money edge there were young Katian. Yageni, Sari edge there were they will be doing service. A very interactive, which means to say a question. Very important. You are not videos here, so you are sending them out. The beer will be it will be in school. In shame, it will be a virtual classroom or mobile phones and also computers.
Looking at your training and research, how do you recommend for the public using the training?
Yes, we need a lot of natural men who have the zeal and the desire who come into ADR training, have that perspective to practice. A lot of people come for training. Either the entrepreneurial spirit is not in them. Some of them come for the purpose of positions in their work. Some of them come purposely for titles. But I think there are few of them that really need help to actually work with the team. I will recommend that all people who have been trained and have not been able to set up also need to be retrained, which we call ADR business. From the training point of view, business has not been inculcated in them. Some of them came with a mindset of religion, so they think, hey, they are there to settle the conflicts, to make peace. It's not really about peace. It's very rewarding. There's a rewarding side of it. First of all, I would recommend if Ghana is supposed to receive absolute peace through ADR locality. And I would like to say that government agencies like DOFSU, WAJU, social welfare, legal aid, traditional councils, these agencies must be offered free ADR training by the government. Even though they have codified laws protecting and guiding their operations, they must be encouraged more to use ADR training. Even though they have their own way of doing it, certain codified laws are guiding their operations. For example, like those, why are they prosecuting? Why, if you looked at the core function, domestic violence issues, it's the main so it was small cases between husband and wife and boyfriends. But they are putting people in cells to become more hardened. They go back and worse things happen again and they run away. Those who must use ADR spectrum if you want to reduce the number of cases going to court. What you must use ADR spectrum, even though they are being taught. Legal aid have an ADR section. They must strengthen them, get more very enthusiastic practitioners. At least like 50-50, 50 for ADR, 50 for things that have to go to court. You understand? The traditional councils must move away from their traditional way of sittings and settling the palace method of resolving issues. It's using probably customary arbitration or arbitration method in dealing with the issues. Again, I will also be looking at the day should come where graduate youth unemployed should start be rethinking by coming to study in a short time of ADR. Large number of youth who are very neglected have their profession already come and do a specialized ADR course in that area. People have done accounting, people have done finances and so forth. But they don't have job. Why don't you come and specialize in commercial mediation so you can help the banks retrieve their bad debts and so forth. People like court registrars who are on retirement have been humble to know that they are on retirement, come back to the institutions training area to come and learn area. They are already into it, just that they are not too clear with the 6 P's. So you should come and learn ADR mechanism. So when they are on retirement, they can apply. People also like judges who already very, very much aware of ADR. They have a chunk of knowledge. And after they leave their seat on retirement, they go to rest. So for me, I think that within the 3 to 5 years period of time, before they give up their strength, they could be able to practice ADR. They should set up some private ADR centers. They can do very, very well, but they understand it far better even than somebody raw from school. Again, I'm looking at family heads. Family heads must be encouraged to come for competency-based ADR training so that they can have the legal backing of whatever method and wisdom they think traditionally and culturally they are using in resolving issues within their own small community. They should have a legal backing in terms of their charges and methods and procedures and protocols that they use. It could be more legal and well-structured legal way of resolving the issues. Again, and the most important one of my recommendation to everybody hearing me is pastors. After learning ministry and theology and Christian counsel and community, please be humble. If you really want to help the church, conflict resolution, dispute resolution, they should come and learn religious mediation. In addition to whatever they are doing. No matter how spiritual you are, if you come into religious mediation, you realize that you are now being introduced into the basic laws and the settings of conflict. You have a basic understanding of what conflict are in the two parties, how the role that they have played to help the church to be safe. When the church is safe, the state is also safe. And again, the counselors, various titles of counselors across the country. But I think that the way forward, in whatever counsel that we have studied, the bottom line is to have at least mediation mindset. Mediation concept must be incorporated to be able to resolve all issues. By so doing, in this way, Ghana will receive the peace that we are looking for. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, this is the end of it. This is Global ADR Training Program. Thank you for listening with us. I know you have jotted a lot of things down. If you are a pastor out there and you are doing family mediation at church, come to Global ADR and they will teach you how you should go about it, how you should resolve conflicts in your church, how you should train couples. Don't go on your own way. Come to Global ADR program and your life will never be the same. Viewers out there, if you are also interested, look on the screen, pick the address or pick our number, call us for more information and we'll give you details about Global ADR training. In Global ADR training, you will learn a lot. In Global ADR training, we do mediation, we do facilitation, we do negotiation, we do customary arbitration, we do paralegal, we do all. Come, and your life will never be the same. Come and seek a training that will enlighten you in marriages, in families, in lands, tenancy case, child labor, divorce case, property sharing, and everything concerning family problem. Thank you so much for listening to us. Next time, we'll see you again.